We are brought to you by Pure Yoga TV, on-demand and live stream fitness and yoga classes. Get fit fast. Stay fit for a lifetime on your schedule. Choose from an ever-growing selection of classes, including hot yoga, vinyasa yoga, inferno hot Pilates, yoga hit, ashtanga, meditation, and even more. We all know that exercise helps mental health. Well, now you don't even need to leave your home to reap those benefits. For only $9.99 a month, you can get full access. Go to pureyogatexas.com/pure-yoga TV and become a member today. Dexamethasone.
Dexamethasone?
Dexmethylphenidate.
Well, and that...
Oh, thanks. That's where it is. Okay. Welcome. Thank you for coming in today. Today we're going to be talking about something that's been on your mind, or as doctors call it, your chief complaint. We only have 50 minutes because we have to get to the next person. There's a line out the door here. But you know, I'm just a comedian, so to make sure that I don't do any harm to you, we've got my friend, Dr. Bijan Zarabi right here, who's a psychiatrist. He's real.
It's true.
He
I'm
is
real.
So he'll keep me in check if at any point I say something incorrect, and he'll provide some real knowledge at the end of all of this. And I want you to know everything you say is between us and whoever listens or watches or talks about this.
Yeah.
So it's safe. There may be times I have to interrupt you.
It's fine.
And it's not because I don't care. It's because we just only have 50 minutes, and I don't want this to be boring. So are you ready to get started?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's start the clock.
Start that clock.
Started.
Let's run through this. Please introduce yourself.
Well, what the hell?
What's your name?
Yeah, I'm Audrey.
That's a good start.
That's a good start. Well, I'm Audrey Stewart, and I'm really stoked to be here today. I'm all nervous. A real psychiatrist.
I know. When's the last time you saw a psychiatrist?
Never. I don't think.
That doesn't seem right.
Well, I get prescribed my medication, but I've been on it since I was 7, so maybe when I was like 6 or 7.
Okay.
And I have a primary care.
Good. That's good to have a PCP.
But they're not a psychiatrist.
They prescribe more psychiatric medications than psychiatrists do.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Which is, they're the first go-to. Like, they can
Yeah.
prescribe, like, the antidepressants and
They can
ADHD
do everything.
medications.
Yeah.
Top to bottom.
Top to bottom.
Is what they're called.
Shout out Providence.
No one says that, but you do sometimes.
I do. I think they're called top to bottom.
Yeah.
So you've been on your ADHD medication, you said, since you were 7, you say?
Yeah, 6 or 7, kindergarten.
Okay. And where did you grow up? Where were you getting prescribed this medication?
I grew up in Indianapolis, Indiana. I was getting it prescribed, though, in the alleyway, right by... No, I'm just kidding.
At 7 years old, you were meeting in the alley.
With my little bowl cut.
Yeah.
And he also had a bowl cut.
Yeah, he was also 7.
Yeah. He's like, I stole this from my mom. Yeah. No, Indianapolis, Indiana.
Okay. And how was that for you?
Indianapolis, Indiana, or being ADHD in Indianapolis, Indiana? On that?
I think being ADHD in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Here's how I think. I went to a very Catholic school, kindergarten to 8th grade, right? And I felt like it was kind of strict. And I don't want to throw the school under the bus, but I will.
Yeah.
They just didn't know how to handle people with different learning processes. Like, I went to kindergarten twice, and I
try not to brag also on the podcast.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. We try to keep
for everybody
that,
listening at home, I'm sorry about that. Scratch that. I don't want to make you guys
feel inferior or anything.
Yeah. I don't want you guys to be feeling nervous from listening to me. I think too, like, there was me who was in 1 grade. Like, say I was in 8th grade, say I was in 6th grade, and then another kid who had a learning problem was in 8th grade, and another kid who had a learning problem was in 4th grade. We would all be in the same room, enrichment center, with like one teacher kind of teaching us. It was just, I'm like, you guys don't have any other way of handling this. And I love the enrichment center. Shout out my Aunt Claire. She helped me in there. She's one of the teachers.
Yeah.
But it's like, you guys, I just felt like St. Luke, I'll call him out, I don't give a crap. They just didn't, like, it was, so I think it was tough because I felt like I was a bad kid. And I felt stupid. I remember, too, like, I start crying. All of a sudden, there's a psychiatrist, so I just start opening up.
That's why he wears the coat.
Yeah.
I got it on Amazon for $20. This one, yeah.
I got it on Amazon for $20. There's a passed out doctor outside who stole it from him. Yeah. Wait, that is so funny. But I felt like, we had this giant meeting. I remember I was in 8th grade, and the principal was there. My dad was there. And I remember, and I'm sitting there too, and the principal was like, Mark, you need to think of other options for your kid because there's no way she's getting into college. I'm like, I'm in 8th grade. Like, why are you saying these things?
Whoa.
Like, they were bad. Shout out Steve Weber. I don't care. I'll say first and last names.
We're going after Steve after this.
Yeah.
But you did go to college, right?
Oh, yeah. I went to Indiana University, and I was on an IEP. So I had extra time.
Tell me what that is.
An individual education plan is, I was on an IEP in high school too. Loved my high school. I went to North Central High School. Amazing. They were great.
Not Catholic.
Not Catholic.
Okay.
They were great with people with disabilities. Muslim? No, just public.
Public, got it.
Probably
Sorry.
some Muslims there, but
maybe they're allowed.
I mean, everybody was there.
Okay.
Literally so diverse. Went from like no diversity to like,
Let's go.
there were, it was wild. We had gang members, but I will say that it's great. Honestly, there's a Lion King. He was really nice. He'd give me massages behind me in class.
Oh,
That's
okay.
I'll write that down.
Yeah, write that down. You write that down. I had an IEP there too, and basically it's like an individual education plan. You get extra time. People in college, at least, people would take notes for me because I can't write and listen. So if you're talking to me and I'm supposed to be writing notes, there's no chance. It doesn't work. I don't know why it just doesn't. And I flip, so I'm a little dyslexic. So I write things backwards. If you ever find my comedy notebook, that is an acid trip.
Yeah, well, that's good. No one can decode your jokes. No one can steal your jokes, right? Because they can't understand them.
Well, also, one time somebody found my notebook and they were like, it just says, woo, how we doing tonight? Like 6 exclamation points.
But it's tonight doing we night.
Yeah. Woo! Tonight we doing we. Ooh. Ow. That's so funny. But yeah, and I had a teacher at North Central that was so awesome. If I was getting antsy, he'd be like, do you want to go on one of your laps? And I got to take laps. I had a lap buddy, and we would just go take laps if I got restless around the school. And I would just go visit my friends in there. And like, they were in the newspaper classroom. It was like the same time, so I would go visit some of them. And they'd be like, you're on your lap? I'm on my lap.
Wow. Do you still do your lap?
I do my laps, but frantically as an adult, and people are like, look, a crazy person. I'm just kidding. I'm just no, but I walk all the time.
Yeah. It's important to get your steps in.
It's important to get your steps in. But yeah, I thought college, Indiana University, and North Central handled IEPs really well.
That's great.
And I had a great GPA and horrible GPA in high school. I don't even know how I got into college, but great GPA at IU. I had like a 3.7.
So you had a good note taker in college for you.
I had a good note taker, and I worked so hard. I was in the library from like morning to night. Wow. And I did business law as a like class too. My minor was in business, Kelly School business minor, and then like telecom business. Wow. So I was taking hard classes. Yeah. And I was just like determined to like do so well.
And were you taking medication at this time?
Yes. There's no way I could have done that without my medication. And I was on 30 milligrams, which was a lot. But I mean, it was absolutely necessary.
Yeah.
Like there's no way I could have done that without it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think this is a good time to get into your chief complaint, which is what doctors call your main issue.
Yeah.
And what you came here to talk about.
Love that.
Which is, go ahead, explain.
Yeah. Here's what I have to say. So with all this background about the ADHD stuff, oh my God, I spit on the mic.
It's okay.
My
it's
chief
yours.
complaint is I drool a lot. Okay.
Is that a side effect?
When I get passionate, I drool a lot, and that's on ADHD.
Yeah.
I like blame everything on ADHD.
I haven't heard that before. Yeah.
Yeah. I need to stop blaming everything on ADHD. I'm like, I wasn't a good friend. I have ADHD. Sorry, I gossiped about you. I have ADHD.
Yeah. Dead body in the trunk?
Yeah.
ADHD.
I murdered someone, but I have ADHD. So that's fine.
It's the hyperactivity part. Though.
Yeah. The impulse part. But there's a shortage going on. I've been swapped around to different brands because... So the Focalin is what I was on a lot of different brands when I was younger. They did different things, right? But Focalin was our keeper. Like in college, I took Focalin. I felt like it really helped, whatever. And then I tried to do Focalin out here. There was a shortage at the CVS. So they're like, hey, we actually don't have that. Why have you been waiting for that? And he's like, well, you got to call your doctor to check in with her. Then you call the doctor, like, no, you got to call CVS, check back in with them. I'm going to call CVS, check back with them. And then they're like, all right, well, I switched you on Ritalin. and then CVS doesn't call you to tell you your Ritalin is in, so you just have to go and check. I'm like, you guys are making my ADHD so much worse
Yeah.
by having it. You're giving us stuff to do.
It seems like they're doing this on purpose.
They're doing it on purpose. And I posted a thing before, but I'm like, why is there a shortage?
Yeah.
Who is taking these things?
Right.
What, does all of us have ADHD? I think there needs to be, I know there's tests when we're younger, but I think there needs to be some kind of an adult test.
Only the people that really need it should get it.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
think
you're saying.
you lock us in a room
Yeah.
with nothing in the room.
With one Folkland.
Yeah, with one Folkland.
See who gets it.
You can see who gets it.
Yeah. Well, that is what's happening.
That
Kind
is-
of.
that's
what's happening.
That's not what's happening. And
I think that's what's That's what we're here to talk about.
oh, that is.
Oh,
Oh,
I
okay.
can't wait
Yeah.
to hear why the
Yeah,
hell.
we're gonna get you all. You do know why there's a
I
shortage,
do,
right?
but
We'll get there.
yes, yeah, we will get there.
I've always wondered, does it bother you, or do you like that it's called Folkland? That focus is sort of the root word of Folkland.
Well, I'm actually on the generic, which is like dexamethasone.
Oh, that's not.
And I go, sounds like I'm taking meth, but it is meth, kind of, isn't it?
Dexamethasone.
Dexamethasone.
Dexmethylphenidate.
Well, and
Oh, that's where it is. Okay.
okay, and, which is also crazy.
It's also a long word.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The pharmacist is like, "What are you here to pick up?" I'm like, "Dexamethasone," and they're like, "Excuse me." I'm like,
You have ADHD.
"I'm like, if I was on the pill, I'd be able to tell you what
Yeah.
the pill is." So
yeah.
but I feel like pharmacists also like. I said my name. God bless her. I said, she goes, "What's your name?" I said, Audrey Stewart, and then she's like, "You're not in the system." I'm like, "But Audrey. Oh," and she's like, "Wait, can you spell that one more time?" I'm like, "This is a debacle."
Yeah. When she's clearly not taking it.
It's never easy. You can't just
Yeah.
go in and be like, "You have a lovely day now," and I'm like, "Thank you for putting me back on track."
Yeah.
It's like, that was an absolute debacle.
Yeah. And you're
my
out for the day.
My God.
Yeah.
I'm literally, it's very stressful, and it shouldn't be. But I will say, like, as a comedian, it sucks being on your pill, right? Because I like that impulsive side, and doing comedy on my pill is very, like, kind of tamer. But I super need it. And it sucks. I wish I didn't need it for what we do. It'd
Yeah.
be fun to not have to take it. But, like, it helps my overthinking, because I'm a huge overthinker, and that's actually been like a huge problem, but it's getting better. And I'm almost like, I'm working through it so much. And I think because I'm back on medication and I'm talking to the right people on it. So I'm just like, but there's just side effects that it helps with, but so I do need it. So it's like, it sucks. I try to do it without it. And I kind of like, I just made some really impulsive, weird decisions in my career and in my life that I was like, I have to get back on these medications, because they help. Like, I don't overthink, and I don't make impulsive decisions.
You know, not to make this about me, but
No, please.
I took a Ritalin once, and boy howdy, is that not for me?
Yeah,
you
'cause
learn real quick if you don't have ADHD though, and you take it.
What
I
happened
believe-
to you?
I went to the emergency room.
Really?
I thought I was dying. My heart, it was the worst I'd ever. And so, you know, that was an easy way to figure out that I was never going to take that again. But I take daily, I take an antidepressant. And sometimes I get nervous, like if I need to be on a deserted island, what would I do?
Right.
Do you think about that too? Like, you hate that you have to lean on this medication every day?
Yeah, I don't particularly love it.
Yeah.
Like, I just like being crazy and wild and fun.
You
So we
like
did
it.
lower my dose too,
Okay, that's
to try to
fun.
be happy in the middle.
Yeah.
And it is still doing, you know, stuff.
Yeah.
It's still like, I'm still
You're finding the balance.
finding the balance. I'm finding the balance. But picturing you on Ritalin is so funny, because you are Ritalin.
I am it.
Don't you think? She's very focused.
You are very focused. I've sensed that when we've worked together. I feel like you are just on it.
When
Yeah.
you say we've worked together, that makes it sound like I'm your patient.
Oh yeah. I see.
So can you be
See,
clear
with
that-
the lab, when I put on the lab coat, when I take this off and I say that sentence to you, you know what I mean. I think it's because I'm wearing this coat that it made it seem like that.
I think I might also wear a coat.
I
You
think
think I should wear a lab coat as well?
You should wear a lab coat as well. But then if you guys get a lab coat on, I'll start putting on the lab coat.
yeah, I
Maybe
think
then,
we
then
can
the
all
guest
wear.
has to wear a
Yeah,
lab coat. Yeah, yeah.
it's like $60 on Amazon.
Or we wear a dunce hat.
That's also a great. That's a great,
I'm like,
great thought.
What did the hospital say too when you went in?
They were like, I went to the emergency room, and I think I also was like sipping on an energy drink because I was staying up all night to study for like an AP test or something, and I lost my mind. I mean, basically they were like, oh yeah, classic case of the old Ritalin Monster energy drink. You know, it didn't scare them.
There's 6 other people in the waiting room also. And they're like, it's finals.
We gotta get into college. Yes. So it was they'd seen it. They weren't scared for me like I was.
That's so funny.
But yeah, because I was also, I think the antidepressant I was on at the time really slowed me down to where I felt like it was hard for me to focus.
Yeah.
So then they put me on that.
Yeah.
Which is funny that they're, just keep adding.
They keep adding the things.
But that did not work for me. But I think you said it helps with your excessive thoughts.
Yeah. I was really excited to ask you because this is like I love that we're doing this because I do want to know if that is ADHD or if maybe I have something else. I know you're not legally diagnosed me.
Well, he can text me and then I'll just say
it. But I have impulsive overthinking, intrusive thoughts like all the time of like worst case scenarios and everything I do. And if somebody mentions something about something I'm doing, like, and they're like, oh, I don't know about that, then I take it to the extreme of like, oh my God, this is, whatever. But I did hear from my primary, she was like, oh, I think overthinking is a part of ADHD. And I was like, I actually went to a what is it? A neurological?
Neuropsych testing?
No.
Neurologist?
I don't have balance. I did the balance test with my doctor, primary care.
Yeah.
And she was like, I think you have occipital neurology, or whatever the hell that was. And she was like, your balance is off. You should go see a neurologist. And I was seeing this neurologist. She was like, I think you have ADHD. And I was like,
what?
Sure, I don't have a brain tumor because I also feel like I have a brain tumor.
Like, so with your
You guys are like, okay, this is actually...
with your balance issues, based on that, they were saying you might have had ADHD or...
So I Zoomed with her because this was near like COVID time. And it was like, I had to like...
You did that over Zoom.
Yeah.
You did a balance test over Zoom.
Well, I did the balance test with my primary care, and then she referred me to the neurologist, and I met the neurologist on Zoom, and she was like, tell me why, like, what have you been doing besides the balance test that you think is weird? And I was like, I don't know how to parallel park.
Yeah, right.
She was like, okay. And I was like, I didn't do my laundry for like 3 weeks one time. Probably a tumor, huh? She's like, what?
That gives me more clarity. It wasn't the balance test. It was all of those other things that you were mentioning as well. Okay, that's helpful.
Yeah, it was anticlimactic. But I don't know if that's all ADHD related or like, I don't know. But I'm really getting better on it. Like I'm going back to things that I used to do that, that I loved, and I was like, I don't want to do this because I'm overthinking, but now I'm going back to certain things. And so it's getting better, but do
you have an example of something that you were trying to do, but you were overthinking on, and then it prevented you from doing it?
I guess like certain projects I've been on, like, where like just I'm putting myself out there. And then I'm like, what if I put myself out there? Nobody likes me. What if I say the wrong thing? What if I want to do something else? What if I don't want to be a comedian? What if one day I want to be this, but then this is out there, and then all that kind of stuff.
And it feels like your thoughts are just kind of like racing, like going, like there's just so many thoughts coming at you that it's hard to just like pick one and just stick with it and go with it.
Yeah, so you shut down and you just end up doing nothing. I mean, that's not happening right now. Now I'm like back on track and whatever. But that has happened, and that happened in the past. Yeah. That
happens with a lot of people with ADHD where you're just having all of these thoughts and it's hard to kind of just pick one and stick with it. And medications can help with that. But it also sounds like that idea of like, well, what if this fails? What if this doesn't work? Is also common with ADHD and anxiety. A lot of people with ADHD can also have anxiety, and part of it could be your thoughts are going so quickly. But on top of that, you might have had difficulties in school or work because of your ADHD symptoms. And it's just general. Maybe there have been consequences for those times where you didn't meet a deadline or you didn't do something correctly. and then there's a consequence, and then it makes you feel worried and anxious. So then you have all of these thoughts. Well, what if I don't do something right? It might not go well, and it makes you feel even more anxious, and it's just kind of this like thing that builds on top of itself.
Yeah.
And when you have that with the difficulty with like just slowing down your thoughts and choosing one thing, it can make the anxiety feel a lot more intense.
Yeah.
And this is not just like, I'm not just saying this for you. This is like something that happens in ADHD.
Yeah.
And people with anxiety disorders on top of that.
Yeah, this is great to hear, because I love hearing this, because too, it's like, that's totally correct. I think there's a, and I think I didn't turn things in on time. There was consequences. You're right. And it affects you, and it makes you feel bad. And there's that feeling, and you're like, I don't want to feel this. So I want to do everything I can
to avoid it.
Because it's like I have conversations with somebody, and if I say something, it's probably not even mean, but I think it's mean, I'm thinking about what I said for a long time. So I also think that spills into, being a comedian. We're in a public platform. So I'm really glad I'm working through it, because I love all the projects I'm in and doing. Like, I'm so grateful to be doing them. And I feel like that's exactly it, though, is like, that's probably the root of it, where you're like, but it's so interesting having that and being a comedian.
The intersection is interesting. It's like different from a desk job where you're just working like one thing down the line, and it's like, I don't know. There's a lot of moving parts. It is good to kind of have that like energy, and the quote unquote hyperactivity, I feel like, could be a useful trait on stage.
Yeah, no, it is.
People love it.
That's my favorite thing about me on stage. In life, no. But on stage, I'm like, this is my, like, all these intrusive thoughts, they actually come in handy now.
Yeah.
Because I just say them out loud, and they're very fun. Yeah.
And when you say intrusive thought, it makes me think of like, what is an intrusive thought? Because when I think of intrusive thought, I think about thoughts that people don't necessarily want to have. It sometimes makes me think of OCD, for example, where you're having a thought where you don't want to be having that thought. But sometimes with ADHD, you just have like these thoughts that come up that aren't necessarily distressing or disturbing to you.
Oh, yeah, it's probably not, they're not that disturbing.
Yeah.
No, they're like kind of fun. They're like, oh, that guy's got a funky hat.
Yeah.
And I just say it.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think there's a problem here.
But one time I had an intrusive thought. This is bad. I don't know. Tell me, I can't believe I'm admitting this.
Please.
Tell me if you guys have ever had these thoughts where you're like in a conversation with somebody that you like love, and you're like, what if I just smacked this person across the face? I would never do it. But
how do you think I felt this whole time? Audrey. That's not an intrusive thought. Everyone thinks that.
I can't diagnose.
Okay.
I can't comment on that.
No, I also have those types of thoughts for sure. The worst one worst ones, but are you ever on stage and then you kind of take a second and you kind of say like something really mean to yourself? Like, you're kind of like, don't you forget what you're good at. Don't you mess this up. And then it kind of throws you, and you're like, shut up.
Yeah. Or like if you're bombing, you're like, I'm doing really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like last night I kind of took a moment to go to the next joke, and I said, I heard this like evil, like, don't you dare forget what you're about to say, which then made me kind of forget what I was about to say. And then I had it, I quickly, it happened like milliseconds, but to me it was hours.
Where were you?
That's when I opened last night for Tom Segura.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because I was nervous.
Good.
It was fine. It ended up being fine, but
Was it an arena?
It was a theater, though.
Oh my God, Macey.
Yeah, it was crazy.
You are epic for a theater, though.
It was fun. I did not. It was scary at first, obviously, but I was excited and all the things. But then, since I was more on edge because I'd never done a theater, I think that's when the intrusive thought came.
Yes.
That doesn't normally come.
Yeah, which I feel like makes sense. Like, that's great. How are you not
questioning everything?
How are you not questioning? You're looking out into thousands of people. Like, it's so hard to be like,
don't mess up, you know?
Yeah. I'm going to do my thing. And
Yeah.
like, I feel like with more experience in that, then I feel like it's less like that. But
That's true.
makes sense to me, at least, to have that.
Yeah, you're right. I'm perfect.
You are perfect.
That's fine. Yeah.
I bet you his crowd loved you.
You know what was interesting is they really liked dark humor. So they really liked. So once I got into that, it was really fun. But they were not very. So I wasn't expecting that. I had no idea what his crowd was going to be like.
Yeah.
You know? But it's also kind of nice when it's like, well, it's not my crowd. You know,
Yeah.
even if you don't, you know what I mean?
So, and it's also, it's good to be like, oh, they're here for this person.
Yeah.
So like, it's
I'll
never.
do my best.
Yeah, I'll do my best. And sometimes if somebody does their absolute, like, it doesn't, sometimes it will never.
Yeah.
Because they're like, well, we're here for this
We're here for this
But we
person.
loved you.
Yeah,
But we
but
were here
still.
for this person.
Yeah, and I've been that person in the audience.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, let's get this show on the road.
come on.
I don't care about this juggling open act. I want to see the magician. Show me the magic.
So I do think, though, intrusive thoughts, I had them way worse when I wasn't, or when I was off my antidepressant. And so that has helped the intrusive thoughts for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's so good. That's great. Yeah, there's something about the medication that really.
And that's better.
Yeah, it's better than just throwing myself against a Kia. It's going 90 on a freeway.
Right. I wonder who would. Yeah. I like that you picked a Kia though, because I almost don't know that the Kia would make it.
Yeah, the Kia would. Imagine me and a Kia just exploding.
I think you would make it, and the Kia wouldn't.
That'd be so awesome.
Yeah.
If that happened, I would be such a dick for the rest of my life. I'm like, you don't understand. I made a Kia explode.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, what?
What?
You're like, I don't know, you guys. We had her on our pod once. She was psycho. It was crazy.
So where are we at right now with your medication, though? Are you able to? Do you have 30 days with you? What's going on?
I got 30 days with me, and I'm up to 20 mil. We went to 10, now back to 20. I got 30 days with it, and my insurance isn't covering it, but it's only $27
Oh, because it's generic.
because it's generic. Oh, is that why?
It is the Focalin?
Yes, it's the,
But it's the one you
generic
said.
brand.
the generic,
I'm back
yeah.
to Focalin. We was doing Ritalin for a second, and now I'm back to Focalin.
Oh, okay, got it.
Because there's something I haven't. I can't wait to hear why the frick there is a shortage.
Yeah, should we just get into
Go
the
ahead,
shortage
dive
part?
right in.
Okay, so I made some notes of this. So the shortage started in October 2022, and it's a lot of it was related to the pandemic. So during the pandemic,
What was that?
the COVID-19 pandemic.
Just wanted to be clear.
Okay, great.
Oh, yeah.
There were a few historically. I think there was one with the Spanish flu in
Yeah, and the pigeon doctors, with the little bird.
Yes.
beaks.
Oh yeah.
Can't forget that one.
So yeah, just to be clear, it was the COVID-19
Okay, so
pandemic.
just wanted to keep us up to date.
Yeah, of course. So there were a lot more telemedicine appointments going on. So there were rising levels of psychiatric care, but then that means higher rates of prescriptions. So that was going on. And then the DEA has always had this policy for stimulants, which are Schedule II medications, where you can only manufacture a certain amount. And they had that level stable for years. But then when you had rising rates of stimulant prescriptions, the DEA was not increasing their quotas. They were not allowing for more manufacturing of the stimulants.
Is it sort of like you don't want to print more money because there's going to be...
They're trying to prevent misuse. And one of the ways that they prevent misuse with Schedule II medications is they have these quotas.
Right.
But yeah, they were trying to not make more because of the worry of people misusing them. But the risk of that is people are not going to get treated, especially for people who have ADHD for years. Like you're not going to get the medications that you need. And then on top of that, there were labor shortages with COVID. And then on top of that, with the opioid epidemic, the DEA started closing down drug manufacturing companies that they felt were doing sketchy practices. And one of them was a pharmaceutical company that was making close to 10% of all.
Which pharmaceutical company?
It was Ascent Pharmaceuticals. They were making like 10 to 12% of all the Adderall.
Did they ruin it for the rest of us?
They ruined it for 10%.
Yeah.
Am I that 10%?
You could be. I don't know.
Just everybody knows everybody's in danger when we are off our pills.
That's so
I missed
true.
3 exits getting here. And I took my pill.
It has impact. I mean, like,
Imagine if I didn't take it. I'd miss 5 and hit someone.
with the Kia, are you driving a Kia?
I'm driving the Kia Forte.
See?
2021.
I'm also looking at my notes, and I was looking at the IEP thing, and I think that's really important, the individualized education plan. For context, in schools, for people who are struggling, they have testing to see what resources a kid needs or what kind of accommodations need to be made.
Yeah.
the IEP is like, it's like a government contract. Like the school needs to abide by it.
Yeah.
All
And
schools?
Public schools.
Is Trump going to get rid of that? Someone said he was. Please say no.
I don't know. But that would be frightening. But for the IEPs, public schools have to follow it. And if they don't, there are consequences. Private schools don't need to follow it. So if a kid needs an IEP or some kind of like accommodations, but they go to a private school, they might need to move to a public school so that they can even get those accommodations.
That's so weird. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's spend a bunch of money on private school just to not be helped.
I mean, they might go there thinking that they're fine, but then something comes up where they're realizing their ADHD symptoms are a lot worse than they were before.
Yeah.
Maybe the school is not as supportive, so then they can't do it. Instead of the IEP, which is really strict, some schools have the 504 plan. Have you heard of this?
504 plan.
It's something that's not super like followed that well. It's like, oh, I'm going to make sure they don't sit in the back of the class. So I'm going to have them sit in the front of the class. But IEP, like, that allows you to like leave the class or like have these like mandated parts of your day that allow you to like get your hyperactivity out.
Yep.
But like a 504 is just kind of like a way for a school in some cases to just appease the kid or appease the parents.
Did you feel that people were jealous of you in IEP, like the people that didn't have problems?
That you got
And by
accommodations?
problems, I'm
That's
sorry.
an
Use
Yeah,
that
they
word.
were because we got like Coca-Cola and like candy, and I'd be like coming back with my can of Coke, and they'd be like, "What?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, you gotta be dumb if you want some Coca-Cola. You gotta get F's on everything if you want this. So start flunking."
So the person getting straight A's is like, I'm doing everything.
Yeah.
Still not getting
still
the
not
Coca-Cola.
I'm not doing. I will say this, even though I bashed Steve Weber. Sorry about that. Well, I don't know if I'm sorry. He did. I'll give him this. He did. I had straight F's at one point, I think, actually. That's actually the truth. I think I had straight F's at one point. And that is, people think that's hard to do. And it
is.
is. Listen, the whole thing was hard. Okay? It's hard. And you're technically not allowed to play basketball, play sports.
Oh, right.
Especially Catholic school. I don't know if that's a thing in public school. I don't remember.
That you're not supposed to play sports.
Well, you have to keep a certain GPA in order to play sports.
Oh, when you weren't because of the GP. Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Yes.
but I had an exemption into that.
Oh,
Thank God.
So Steve Weber did that.
Yeah, I think so. Whatever.
Okay. Was he also the coach? So he really cared.
Yeah.
Probably.
No,
No,
he
he
was just
wasn't.
the president. I think, or was he dead? I don't know. Oh, that was the other thing at that school. Sorry, this is insensitive. I don't really care. I've done worse talking about this school. Apparently, I know a lot of the teachers had passed from like cancer from that school, and I feel like that's weird. I'm like, was there something in the walls?
Yeah.
That was way off topic.
Yeah.
I can't comment on that.
we don't know. I'm
I
like,
can-
tell us.
No, he can't, but I can. He can. And there was something in the walls.
There's something in the walls.
Yeah. I was, not the water, the walls.
The walls.
Yeah.
But it just sucks too when you. I'm so grateful for my high school and college experience, but it is like, it's just like, dang, why are you guys like this?
Expand on that.
I will always look back on my life and be like, dang, that was bad.
Yeah.
That was bad. And then all my other schooling experiences were excellent.
Yeah.
North Central, excellent. Indiana University, excellent. And just St. Luke, just so bad. And
Yeah.
I'm like, why couldn't I just like, why? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
don't, not to be dramatic. But
No,
it's like,
you're not being dramatic.
I don't think that's dramatic, and I wanted to comment on that. Like, also, like the thing that Mr. Weber said about like you.
Mr. Weber.
Was that right? I don't remember his first name.
No.
That's why I
That's
said
it,
that.
Mr. Weber.
Yeah.
But him saying like, yeah, well, she's not getting into college. I just want to comment on like how demoralizing it could be to be a child with that diagnosis and not getting the accommodations you need.
Yeah.
And when you don't get it, you start doing poorly.
Yeah.
And then you are thinking, oh, this is just who I am as a human being.
Yes.
Rather than, oh, this is like an attention deficit hyperactivity disorder.
Yes.
And when I take the medication or I make these changes, I do so much better.
Yes.
And some people, like some kids get diagnosed with like conduct disorder or these like disruptive mood dysregulation disorder, oppositional defiant disorder, these diagnoses that are like, it has the stigma of, oh, you're just a bad kid.
Yeah.
But in a lot of cases, it's just ADHD, and you treat the ADHD, and then they start doing way better in school. They're making friends. They're being less impulsive, making less like harmful decisions. I feel like it's important to comment on that, and for people who listen, who have kids or are going to have kids and thinking about how this could impact a kid, I feel like it's an important thing to call out.
Yeah.
But what if you know for sure they won't go to college?
Like they're deciding like, I don't want to go.
They want to go into trade work.
Oh, like, yeah, they're like, I know I don't want to go to college.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Then
That's fine.
Well, as long as it's not impeding
Somebody
like
telling
their
them.
ability to do what they want to do.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just feel like it's so, like, it just took somebody being like, no, you can do this to do it.
Wow.
Like, somebody was like, no, I had a friend, he's like the best, we used to date, whatever, but we were best friends, and his dad, I think, helped me. I was in the Hoosier Link program, shout out Hoosier Links at IU, so that means there was a handful of us that lived in the same, like, floor level of the dorm. We went to Ivy Tech first semester, but we lived on campus, got all the campus amenities, we're still able to rush, and if we got good grades, they transferred us into IU second semester, and then we went to IU the rest of the time. So it was a bridge program.
Yeah.
And his dad's one of the reasons I got into that bridge program. But in that program, they're like, just work hard. We know you guys are going to take a second. Get a good GPA. We believe in you. You can do this. And then I was off to the races because it just took somebody being like, I know you're different. Here is an option. And this can get you into mainstream. We just here is the option. And some
That's
people
right.
don't get that.
No.
They don't get that stepping stone. Shout out Hoosier Links, man. What the hell?
Yeah.
It's so nice that I don't know, it affects your self-esteem, and it makes you realize like, oh, I can definitely do this. And what a contrast from the old school. Like,
Yeah, yeah, and maybe they're better now. Like maybe St. Luke's better or whatever. But it's just like, yeah, at the time. But yeah,
Yeah.
it just takes somebody
Be that somebody.
truly like, and you're in the education system. Don't just brush it off as like just misbehaved or no, this kid just like they're normal. They just don't want to do the work.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like-
like a matter of drive. They attribute it to you not having enough drive or work ethic in some cases.
Yeah, I feel like you don't have a visible disability, like, and God bless everybody who has visible disabilities. They're awesome, and but if you're looking at someone and it's not visible, I feel like it gets just dismissed and like brushed off.
Yes, it does. And for ADHD, like there's 3 types. There's the inattentive, where it's just inattention. There's the hyperactive, where you can focus okay, but like you're just so all over the place, the hyperactivity. And then there's combined, where you have both. There are kids who are inattentive who just they get under the radar because they're not being hyperactive, and it's not like getting the attention of the teachers. So especially girls who have the inattentive type are a lot more underdiagnosed because the teachers are not even seeing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what the absolute?
Yeah.
Hey, let's fix this.
Yeah. But that was not you.
What? I wasn't listening. No,
You were. You didn't. You didn't fly under the radar. I'm saying.
No.
They caught you early.
Yeah. I think all the F's.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah. When I got to college, because I was seeing through their counseling center, like, and it said that I had depression, anxiety, and because of my anxiety diagnosis, I got to get extra time on tests.
that's great.
And I was like, what? Because I always felt like I was really slow because it took me a while. Like I felt like, and then what I learned was if you just give me more time, I'm just going to worry more.
Yeah.
So it was not good at all because it was like I'd finish it and I'd be like, well, let's go over everything a million times. That was not helpful for me. So I also think, don't always say yes to help.
I don't agree with that conclusion.
That's not the conclusion.
I would say if something doesn't work, update your plan.
If something doesn't work,
Update your plan.
Update your plan. I'm Dr. Sarabi. That's what I say after I give a recommendation.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, it helps humble kind of myself in the situation.
Yeah.
Macey, we've talked a lot here.
Yeah.
I talked a bit more than I thought I would.
Yeah, me too.
I know. How are you going to help your friend?
You know what I
didn't even-
really...
I didn't
You
even
just
name
shoot
her.
me with a gun. You just killed me. How am I gonna help her? There is no help.
Do you want to be out of your misery?
Yeah. Here's how I'm gonna help.
As you can see, I've written down no notes. I crossed out a note from yesterday that no longer is applicable. You know what I really want for you, Audrey, is I really want you to have just an amazing assistant.
Oh, that'd be so
You know what I mean?
sick. I
I
have
feel
money
like-
for that, but yeah.
Right, but that's what we need to get you,
Yeah.
is that we need somebody who can be in charge of your schedule. Because I do want to also say that I heard through the grapevine that you don't really have a calendar.
Oh my God. Yep.
You don't really use a calendar of any kind. You just sort of write down the dates and the notes.
Yeah, you want to see it?
I do want to see it. And
Also, the other day, it had said just 8:20 a.m. in my notes, and I was like, for what? And then 8:20 a.m. passed, and I was like, okay, I don't know what that was.
nothing happened.
It's frightening. It's like...
No. So this is
Can you show the camera? Unless there's something that you don't want.
right. We can blur. We can do a blur.
No, I think it's all. And just so you guys know, Good Heroin's a show. I'm not.
You're not doing
Good
Kid Heroin. Yeah.
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 It is. Yeah, you guys can pull it right up. There's nothing. This just says free ice cream show.
Do you
you could just
after you're done, do you delete it or
No, go scroll. You can scroll.
you just keep scrolling?
You could go up and see all the old dates.
Wow. So every day you just kind of check in with this.
Yeah, I check in.
So where did you put this on your like our session today?
No, this I just remember. Stuff I'm really excited about, I just kind of remember. Like podcasts during the day, and I'll be like, yeah, I don't know.
What? And then I guess you just go back to that is tricky.
That's really tricky. But
So I want someone to be able to do that for you.
yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, I'm
And
looking.
just tell you where to go.
Yeah, I'm looking at this.
So when 8:20 happens, you don't go, oh, okay.
Oh man, okay. This doesn't even say a time. Mandy's podcast, block of the evening.
Block off the evening. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it block off the evening or is
Yeah.
it the block of the evening?
Probably-
Like, if of all the blocks, this is going to be the best block we have.
Yeah, I think. Wow, I don't know.
The block of, no, I think it was,
It was block off the evening.
I think so.
And if I'm
Try.
really, there's only one exclamation point. Indianapolis for Halloween! Exclamation point.
Oh, so that was for pleasure.
yeah, that, was
for fun.
That was for fun.
Does this work for you? Like, has this caused problems?
No,
or
I
not?
like make it to every show.
Oh, okay.
Well,
then-
sometimes I will say I feel bad. Like sometimes I had to cancel a show that I was supposed to do tonight, which I'm actually sad about. It had to do with the therapist. It was you do your set and the therapist diagnoses you,
Oh,
and it like
a real
I
therapist?
think it's a real therapist. You're like they're gonna lose their license.
Yeah.
I don't.
It might not. Maybe it's a fake therapist, but. I really was excited to do that.
Yeah.
And then I also had the improv, but I thought the improv was earlier. So I said yes to the show. And then it turns out the improv was. So there's moments I have like that. But I don't ever I don't get a call being like, hey, you missed this.
Okay.
Like as soon as I find out I screwed up, I make up for it and then try to. Because I knew if you're not reliable for shows, you just stop getting booked.
Yeah.
And that terrifies me. So I'm just like, I'm going to try my best to.
Yeah.
But it gets fuzzy when you have different shows that are hitting
Yes.
up, and you also kind of want to do the shows that pay more.
correct.
So
yeah,
but then so you're just
it's a lot to juggle,
you're balancing.
and it's too much. And I feel like what you need is a program that doesn't exist that just gives this to you
That doesn't exist.
as a comedian. So that's how helpful I am. But one day soon you're going to have an assistant who's going to keep track of this.
Yeah,
And you're doing great so far.
Yeah, I think I'm doing. I think I'm just jumping in. Hopefully something will pop. I'm not overthinking as much. I'm just doing everything again. So hopefully something will pop, and I'll get an assistant.
That is what I think. I think the solution to all of this is an assistant.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And that can just, throw water on her face in the morning to wake her up.
That'd be great.
Do you have a hard time waking up?
No.
Okay, then we don't need that then.
Yeah. Oh, great.
Sleep's not. I mean, like I can do like 6 hours. Or a ring will be like, hey, take it easy today, and I go, I'm on top of a mountain right now.
That is the difference between you and me. My Aura Ring says, take it easy. I go, you got it.
You go, I'm gonna work harder actually somehow.
I listen to the Aura Ring. So what, do you have anything that you would like to suggest?
I do. Since I'm not your doctor, I can't give you specific
So
recommendations.
you're like giving.
These are like generalized recommendations for people who are dealing with similar problems.
This is for Audrey Stewart, not Audrey Stewart.
So
That old
Audrey,
Audrey.
talking about the stimulant shortage, you were talking about this issue of like, oh, well, I need to call the pharmacy and hear back from them, but then I need to call my doctor, and like kind of this like back and forth between you two. I've run into this issue, especially when I'm like prescribing and we have to change a medication. What has been helpful is when the patients are able to call different pharmacies before the appointment and check which ones have the medication in stock. You can call a pharmacy and say, "Hi, I wanted to know if you have Focalin, the generic version, in stock." Yeah. And if they don't have it, you can call another local pharmacy and just find out which one has the supply.
I'm gonna put this on my notes.
So when you have your appointment, and this is more generalized advice, you can say, "Hey, I know this pharmacy has this stimulant. Can we send the prescription over there?"
That's a really good idea. That would save a lot of time.
Because then the other option is you go have the appointment, ask them to send it to the pharmacy you normally get it at, and it turns out that they don't have it in stock, so then you have to go and call back and all that stuff.
Yeah, no, that's a really good idea, and I'm gonna do that. I'm definitely gonna do that. And we'll see, because of the health insurance skyrockets. We'll see if I'll even have my home. I'll give them a call.
But the good news is the generic is not very expensive.
Yeah, the good news is $27, but you have to get it. You can only get prescribed through. I have to do monthly check-ins to get it prescribed because it's controlled substance.
Yeah.
Well, so the other thing you can do is there's a website called GoodRx.
They do that.
Huh?
What? They do ADHD meds on there?
Yeah, they have different stimulants on there. And if you go on the website, you can see which pharmacy has, like, they all have different prices. So it's of the same drug. You can see, oh, a Walgreens is selling it for cheaper, or a local pharmacy is selling it for cheaper. And they have coupons, so you can, like, print the coupon or show it on your phone and get it for cheaper.
What the hell? That's good, because I'm thinking if I have to pay $3,000 to have health insurance a month just to get my ADHD meds. Yeah, that's awesome.
That should help.
I get UTI meds off GoodXR.
I mean, I feel like they have everything.
GoodRx.
Yeah.
I don't know what GoodXR is.
Oh, it's just this pop-up shop down in Inglewood that I love.
Got it. There's
That'll
one
be
guy.
our next episode. Audrey's been using the wrong website. GoodXR.
That's so funny.
So those are mine.
That's
Macy,
really good.
We have this segment called Macy's Moment of Earnestness.
Yes.
Oh.
I do want to take a moment to just be earnest.
And she is earnest.
And less sarcastic, and just say that I am sorry you're going through this.
Sounds sarcastic still somehow.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm really trying to be earnest, but
You're doing
I
a good
feel
job.
it. I feel earnest.
Yeah, it's getting there.
I am sorry, and I thank you for sharing this with us, because there's a lot of people going through this and they don't know how to deal with it. And we're talking about things that other people don't like to talk about.
Don't talk about it.
So thank you so much for being here, for doing this. And I also wanted to say thank you. No, I already said that part.
Yeah, you said
right?
it 10 times.
I said thank you already.
You said thank you a lot. That was good.
You did it kind of like a sandwich. You said thank you at the beginning. You put in the meat. And
then thank you at the end.
Yeah.
Because that is the main point.
Yeah.
I'm off gluten.
Wait, really?
Gluten-free sandwich. As of right now. We'll see. Next
like a
time you'll
lettuce
see me,
wrap.
I'll be only eating gluten.
Oh, so it's a life choice. It's not a
Correct.
I'll
It's a
die
life
if I
choice
quit.
to see what happens.
Okay, I love that.
Audrey, is there anything you would like to plug? Anything, last things you'd like to say?
Yeah, I just would like to say I really like this concept because I think in comedy there's so much behind the scenes that people don't know how our brains are working. And, like, it's really fun to see us, like, out there in the wild on whatever, but they don't understand the different waves that we go through, the growth that we have to have personally in order to do our jobs. So I think this is really fun that you gave us a platform to come in here and speak our truth so people can get a mental behind the scenes. And I really love that.
Appreciate it. Yeah. I mean, thank you. That's like, I feel great hearing. I feel like we'd put a lot of thought about, like, how can we make something that is helpful to people, but also, like, can make it engaging. And I really like this format too,
Yeah.
and I feel like we've been happy.
Yeah.
But thank you.
And where can
Yeah.
they follow you?
Yeah, you just get on over to that Instagram.
goodxr.com.
Pop-up shop in Manhattan Beach. That's where it would be because everybody is rich out there and they sell
That's right.
You can go to Audrey Stewart Art. I know it's weird.
It's funny.
Okay, but then host will be like, your next comedian is Audrey Stewart. And I go, nobody cares about me. I'm just gonna overthink myself into oblivion. Okay, and it's and you just go there to put on my dates. There's a link tree. I have a website. You can Google it. Who cares?
Thank you so
Audrey,
much.
thank you.
Yeah.
You guys are the best. Thanks
the
for
best.
having. What the hell?
This episode was produced by Macey Isaacs, Dr. Bijan Zarabi, and Natalie Thurman. Our editor is Lucas Marshka, artwork is by McKenna Snipes, and our music is by Raul Garcia with remixing by Lucas Marshka.